Hey there. Welcome to Thesis in 3 weeks, day number 4. So you probably feel like you're getting into a nice rhythm with your research at this point. If you don't worry about it just yet, but this is going to be your life for the next couple weeks, is really digging into this topic and becoming the expert on it. So today is more research. So first thing to do is review your reading notes from the previous days and take notes on 6 to 8 more references. So you continually want to build your reference list, but you want to make sure as you're building your reference list, you're starting to see categories for where you're going to use these references. So one thing that's really essential is to count up the references on your list and make sure you're meeting the target number, whatever the requirements are, and also make sure that all of your references are in your citation manager and that's tidied up, we'll just say, because then as you start to insert the references as you're doing your writing, that's going to automatically build your bibliography and put the references exactly where you need them to go. So when you're categorizing references for where you're going to use them in your paper, there are going to be references you're like, I don't know what to do with this one just yet. And if you don't know what to do with it yet, then highlight it, turn it into a different color. You can come back and revisit that. But generally speaking, articles that are general background, overviews, editorials, things like that, you're going to use those in your introduction or your lit review. Same for textbooks. So if you're working in the sciencey area, then anything that's an overview on, and sometimes even there are articles that are described as reviews, but they're really overviews on clinical presentation of a condition, let's say. But general pathology, anatomy and physiology, or even theories and backgrounds, all of that's going to go in your introduction or lit review. The same with surveys, epidemiological research, longitudinal studies. That will be a section in your introduction because that helps you describe the scope of the problem. So if you think about what you're trying to introduce, you're introducing your topic. So I'm introducing my recipe for a whole chicken. What's the best recipe for a whole chicken? And then I might look at how many cultures include chicken as a food source, and so I would have some articles to support that. I might also include different things one needs to think about when one cooks chicken so that it's cooked correctly. So those would be, in a scientific paper, those would be interventions, kind of treatments, that sort of thing. And then if there are editorials or overviews or position papers from a large group in your field, those types of articles can be used as rationale for the importance of your topic, let's say. So that's a nice way to round out your introduction section. But as you're going through all of this, what you're not hearing is any articles that are your data that you're going to analyze as part of your research. So those articles, you want to make sure that your data articles are never cited until your results section. So you're going to save those for the analysis that you're going to do. And every other reference that you found is for your introduction or for your review of literature. And again, my review of literature is someone who's out there talking about the best recipes for any type of chicken or whatever that might be. So you want to make sure that you start to follow this custom of data articles are data, save those for later, and then introductory articles and lit review articles are going to come at the front end of your paper. And so as you're looking through your resources, make sure that you have those categories, because it's really going to be a lot. In fact, your results section is going to be a lot of compare and contrast. The introductory portions you're going to write last because you want to introduce your research. So you're going back through your notes. You've got notes now on a whole lot of articles. You've learned something up to this point. So you want to end your day today with a more solid idea of, I've got some references, I don't know how I'm going to use them, I see where my data articles are and what I'm going to analyze, and that's going to start to take shape, because what we'll do next is we're going to continue to take notes, but we're going to walk our way into doing the actual analysis for your research, your results section. So that's going to be coming up pretty soon. So good luck organizing your reference material today. Don't forget to back up your articles or all of your documents rather, and we'll see you tomorrow.